Hello and welcome back to Android App Tutorials with me, Luke. And this episode, we're going to be looking at menus. So this will be a shorter episode, I imagine, than usual. You can add menus in a bunch of different ways. The first thing that we're going to look at is because last time we made a snack bar. We can go very quickly. This will let us go back from the second activity to the first activity. We're going to make a back button at the top here, which you may have seen in other apps. So we're going to use the support action bar, and we're going to grab that and then set display home as up enabled. I don't know why it's called that, but it is. That's just how it is. So we're going to set that to true, and if we set it to false, then it would obviously disappear. This is not the typical way you create a menu, but I will show you that in a minute. So let us make a normal menu, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to make that work. Okay, so we need to go to new in the res folder, and I wonder if you can do it like that. No, you can't. Android resource file, and then directory name menu. We can put it like that. Okay, fine. And then we're going to call it menu underscore second activity, because that's where it's going to go. We're going to give the second activity some love. Okay, cool. So to enable this, to start with, we're going to generate some code. Android Studio is brilliant for this. So you right-click just here, outside of a method, and hit generate, or you can do alt-insert. Now you can use override methods, and these are methods that are in the class for an activity, which we can just implement and override here. If we look at the menu ones, we want to get on create options menu. There you go, that's that one there. And then just hit OK. That's created there. We'll edit that in a second. And then let's just make the other one we need, which is generate override methods, which is the one for when we click on stuff. On options item selected. Yeah, there you go. Got it. Cool. On options item selected. Okay. So what this does here, this basically just does anything it would in the superclass. So if we went up to the superclass here, we would find it. So we're going to completely override this. So the super is going to go, and we are going to just return true, because we know every time, we know exactly what we want. So we want to go get menu inflator, and then inflate, and then we're going to use the menu we just created, which is r.menu. I told you everything was in r.something. So the menu bit is in here, and then we've only got one menu, so it just tells us that we should use that one. Cool. And then there is another argument, which is the menu from the arguments here. Okay. So that will instantly inflate it, but at the moment, there's nothing in there. We are going to just make the back button work very quickly. So we can get rid of that now. So what happens here is we're going to use a switch statement. You can use this statements if you want, but I prefer switch statements. So we're going to switch by item dot, get item ID, and this is the one from here. And then we'll put case. If you don't know about switch statements as well, I can't explain them. I'm not going to explain them right now. I'd look them up. So it's not actually part of our menu, so it's not going to be in here. Go to android.r.id.home, which is just the home button. We need to put a break there. It's just the home button that we're using up here. Set display home as enabled. That's what we've done. Okay, so we want to just finish the activity when that's done. You saw we did that earlier with the go back button. So that's that one set up. We're now going to go and set up a load more. Let's have, what can we do? This text field here, let's make it clear everything in here. Let's do that, why not? So if we go into the menu class here, we can add a new menu item. There you go. And we'll put the title as clear. Now, I wonder where the default things are. I tend to import them from the material icons. So if I get that up in my browser. So on here, material.io/icons, you can search. So if I wanted to clear something, there'd probably be a clear thing in here. Yeah, there you go. so we're going to use this clear. I want a white icon, and 24dp will be fine. So I'm going to download that as PNGs. We've got it there. Let's just open that up. Let's come off my other screen. Okay, so we're going into the Android folder, and then all of these are different sizes. So you see there's that one there, and we could keep going through, and the same thing in there, same thing in there. They're just slightly bigger in each one. Okay, so if I go into the place where I have Android Tutorials 1, and then you need to go into App, and then into SRC, Main, Res. You'll see already there are bitmaps of different sizes, which has just got the launcher icon in, and there are drawables. There's nothing actually in there at the moment, but we got drawables of different sizes now, which is better for different size screens. Okay, so we can close that. Cool. So now, if we look in here, we should be able to find it. There we go. So we got icon, and then it's up here in the project. Okay, cool. So we've got the clear text, and we've got the icon as well. So if room, we'll put that in there, and then it's enabled and it's visible. And then we'll put menu item clear. So we're going to do another case. We're going to go to RR this time, not Android R. We're going to go to our own thing, and then have menu item clear in ID. Cool. And then we'll put a break at the end. In this little bit here is all the code that we want to do. So what we want to do is clear the text here, and subsequently we want to put that back to ... So you could put it clear or reset or whatever you want to call it. So let us grab with the find view by ID. Let's go ID updating multi-line text. That's what we changed it to, and then set text. No, can we not do that? Oh, I see. We need to cast it. Okay, so edit text, and then find view to ID, and then set text, which is going to be to absolutely nothing. And then if we go to text view, let's just do that. Find r.id.updating text view. And then we can set that to the ... which it was at the start. And then, since we were doing them before, let's put a little toast in there saying text cleared. It's just to confirm that everything has worked. Change activity normally. Here you go. So in here, it hasn't shown the icon, but if we enter some text in here and then hit clear, there you go, the text cleared. I want to find out why the icon hasn't appeared, because that's bemusing me a little bit, I have to be honest. Let's try always there, and then restarting that. Change activity. Oh, there we go. I just had to restart it. Okay. Normally I'd have my text white here, which is why I have that there. So if you hover over it, you'll see that it will actually give the name that I've put there. Let's put some more text in there. Hit the button. Done. Text cleared. And if there are more icons along there, then it would usually have a drop down at the end. So that's why we have the text there as a backup. Okay, so we can add multiple items to that menu, but I don't see a reason to at the moment. So that was just a very quick tutorial just to show you how to do that. I realised that wasn't explained in the most concise way possible, but hopefully that gives you a better understanding of how menus work. You need these two methods, and the Android Home one you can use if you want. If not, you can just use your custom menus. You can actually apply the same menu to multiple activities. So if we copy all of this code, and then we just stick it in there. We haven't got the Android Home there, so we can't use that. Then when we restart it in the first activity, see the same menus here. Now if we click anything, it's going to crash. Yeah, because we can't find the edit text. But my point is you can apply the same menu to multiple classes. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.